precisely the least, the softest, lightest, a lizard's rustling, a breath, a flash, a moment, a little makes the way of the best happiness. Asceticism is the right way of thinking for those who have to extirpate their sensual drives because they are ravening beasts of prey, but only for those. What can everyone do? Praise and blame. This is human virtue, this is human madness. In every real man a child is hidden that wants to play. Death is close enough at hand so we do not need to be afraid of life. What is more harmful than any vice? Practical sympathy and pity for all the failures and all the weak Christianity. Everything about woman is a riddle, and everything about woman has a single solution, that is pregnancy. God remains dead, and we have killed him, yet his shadow still looms. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderers of all murderers? If we have our own way of life, we shall get along with almost anyhow. Man does not strive for pleasure, only the Englishman does. The essence of all beautiful art, all great art, is gratitude. A politician divides mankind into two classes, tools and enemies. There are more idols than realities in the world. That is my /evil I / for this world, which is also my /evil ear /. The text has disappeared under the interpretation. Every church is a stone on the grave of a God-man. It does not want him to rise up again under any circumstances. You look up when you wish to be exalted, and I look down because I am exalted. Truth is the kind of error without which a certain species of life could not live. The value for life is ultimately decisive. The Superman is the meaning of the earth. Let your will say the Superman is to be the meaning of the earth. I beseech you, my brothers, be true to the earth, and do not believe those who speak to you of otherworldly hopes. They are poisoners, whether they know it or not. No shepherd and one herd. Everybody wants the same. Everybody is the same. Whoever feels different goes voluntarily into a madhouse. Who is better, they who promote truth over happiness, or happiness over truth? I love him whose soul is deep even in the wounding. The woman and the genius do not work. Up to now, woman has been mankind's supreme luxury. In all those moments when we do our best, we do not work. Work is merely a means to these moments. Happiness is a fata morgana. The only way to not end up unhappy is to not long for happiness. In heaven, all the interesting people are missing. A casual stroll through the lunatic asylum shows that faith does not prove anything. A Dionysian life task needs the hardness of the hammer, and one of its first essentials is without doubt the joy to be found even in destruction. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. The growth of wisdom may be gauged exactly by the diminution of ill temper. Women are considered deep. Why? Because one can never discover any bottom to them. Women are not even shallow. This world is the will to power and nothing besides. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. In the end, things must be as they are and have always been. The great things remain for the great, the abysses for the profound, the delicacies and thrills for the refined, and, to sum up shortly, everything rare for the rare. One has to take a somewhat bold and dangerous line with this existence, especially as, whatever happens, we are bound to lose it. Marriage was contrived for ordinary people, for people who are capable of neither great love nor great friendship, which is to say, for most people, but also for those exceptionally rare ones who are capable of love as well as of friendship. A friend should be a master at guessing and keeping still. You must not want to see everything. All great men are play actors of their own ideal. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. They will believe in the Redeemer when the Christians look a little more redeemed. The will to overcome an emotion is ultimately only the will of another, or of several other emotions. For a tree to become tall, it must grow tough roots among the rocks. He who delights in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. People are always angry at anyone who chooses very individual standards for his life because of the extraordinary treatment which that man grants to himself. They feel degraded, like ordinary beings. Probability but no truth, facility but no freedom. It is owing to these two fruits that the tree of knowledge cannot be confused with a tree of life. Can an ass be tragic? To perish under a burden that one can neither bear nor cast off. The case of the philosopher. In music, the passions enjoy themselves. We do not belong to those who only get their thought from books, or at the prompting of books. It is our custom to think in the open air, walking, leaping, climbing, or dancing on lonesome mountains by preference, or close to the sea, where even the paths become thoughtful. He who climbs upon the highest mountains laughs at all tragedies, real or imaginary. As long as you still experience the stars as something above you, you lack the eye of knowledge. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. Few are made for independence. It is the privilege of the strong. What is the seal of liberation? Not to be ashamed in front of oneself. Is it not better to fall into the hands of a murderer than into the dreams of a lustful woman? The essential thing in heaven and earth is that there should be a long obedience in the same direction. There thereby results, and has always resulted in the long run, something which has made life worth living. There is an old illusion. It is called good and evil. Only idiots fail to contradict themselves 3 times a day. The greatest progress that the human race has made lies in learning how to make correct inferences. It is some fundamental certainty which a noble soul has about itself. Something which is not to be sought, is not to be found, and perhaps, also, is not to be lost. The noble soul has reverence for itself. You gave him an opportunity of showing greatness of character, and he did not seize it. He will never forgive you for that. Strong hope is a much greater stimulant to life than any single realized joy could be.